Commander?
The last transmission?
Oh, 900 hours. Since then, nothing.
Perhaps Einstein escaped?
Too much to hope for, General. He would have contacted us by now. This is classified.
I know.
I sent for her.
General von Essling, she is a civilian.
That's why I don't get killed.
Commander, this is Tanya Adams, a professional volunteer. She will work with you on this mission. Somewhere inside this research center, the Soviets hold Albert Einstein. We need him back, immediately. Get Tanya inside, so she can get Einstein out. Once you have located him, bring him back to your drop-off point for immediate evacuation. Be careful. The base is heavily fortified, but not invincible.
Their weakness is power. Black out the base and nothing will stop you. Good luck. Soviet aggression has increased tenfold already. We don't have the manpower to fight Stalin's armies on every front.
Commander, you did a fine job rescuing Einstein for us. Now, we are counting on you again. One of the passes we use for a supply route has been blocked by the Reds. A convoy from the 434th is due through in a matter of hours. The supplies they carry are critical to our war efforts. Nikos, what we have in that area to work with?
Not much. And time is against us.
You will have to make do. Clear the pass, so the convoy can get to safety. Their lives rest in your hands. Commander, I wish I could say I had good news, but not all of our battles fared as well as yours. The Greek front is collapsing, and Germany is all but taken. However, not all is lost. Your efforts have hampered Soviet progress in this area. The bridges you destroyed have caused the Soviets to redirect their forces through a certain mountain pass that I believe you are familiar with. They are gambling that you will not be able to stop them a second time. Prove them wrong. Stavros.
Expect a heavy concentration of Soviet armor. The base you established is still standing. Get it up to speed as quickly as possible. We're counting on you to keep the Reds from breaking through.
Government leaders have abandoned the capital and are now hiding in exile. Information out of occupied Athens has been sporadic, but Soviet forces are indeed in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying territories in Greece. In the city, fighting among Allied and Soviet troops continues, but the Allied death toll is rising rapidly. Now it remains to be seen if Allied forces will be able to weather this onslaught intact. Reacting to this latest assault, Allied diplomats led the United Nations in a 281-7 vote that, in approving a unique military funding initiative aimed at increasing global Allied support. This proposal calls for the formation of a global defense agency to be temporarily established in an as-yet unnamed European capital. Indeed, in control of the capital, as well as much of the outlying...
Sounds bad, does it not? Well, it is. But Stalin has just written his obituary. At last, this will help us galvanize the rest of the world against him. Yes, we have lost Greece. But we are not out just yet. Stalin may think so. But if we can continue to counsel the talents of commanders like yourself, we will come through this war on top. My old friend... One of Tanya's men. She found something. But Russian security agents have captured her. They will almost certainly take her back to Moscow. We must get her back. She has vital information on the Iron Curtain project. That information could help tip the scales in our favor. Let him clear his head. In this state, he is of no use to us. The Soviets currently hold Tanya near Grodno. The prison is well guarded, but a supply truck from a nearby Soviet base runs through the facility several times a day. If your spies can infiltrate the war factory, they may be able to hitch a ride into the prison compound. Once you have found Tanya, get her out of there any way you can.
Ooh. Oh. Such a pretty face. Where is Professor Einstein? I was hoping you'd say that. I'm afraid the effects are quite permanent. So very pretty, but oh so stubborn.
Excellent work, Commander. The information Tanya recovered has proved invaluable. Would you not agree, Stavros?
Yes. Our analysis is almost
No, sit. I'm late. I apologize. My watch is not working.
Professor Einstein, this is an honor. General Nico Stavros.
Yes.
Professor, let me introduce the commander who rescued you. Commander, this is Professor Albert Einstein.
Yes. Very exciting.
These are reconnaissance photos taken near the Aegean Sea. Professor, perhaps you can help us identify the specifics?
from what I've had a chance to read, this is Stalin's main research laboratory. They are working on a new kind of defensive system. Oh, yeah, this is it. The Iron Curtain. It's based on the theory of resonating molecules at certain
Well, yes,
frequencies.
Professor, but what does the Iron Curtain do?
Do? Well, by the theorem, it appears to make things invulnerable. See, any vehicle or structure covered with this effect, by theory, will be impervious to harm. It's incredible. I know Tesla was experimenting with this kind
Thank
of...
you, Professor. That is all we need to know. Soviet research on this device cannot be allowed to continue. What else do we know about this research facility, Stavros? Nikos, put your personal losses aside for a moment, will you?
Yes, of course. Besides R&D functions, this base also serves as a waypoint for Soviet submarine actions, so it is heavily populated. As far as we can tell, the only prototype they have of this Iron Curtain is located here. We do not know if it is operational yet.
Commander, your task is simple. Get into that base, infiltrate their laboratories, and destroy all information and prototypes of this Iron Curtain. Incredible!
We made it disappear and reappear, but with very little control. We lost some men.
But do you have the control problem solved?
That is the heart of the Chronosphere project.
This is where you come in. I wanted you to see this, so you understand the importance of your next mission. The Chronosphere is being tested here, at a research center outside Leich. The Soviets recently learned of its location and have begun bombing it regularly. You must protect this research site.
And the scientists working inside.
Get to the base immediately and fortify it. We would evacuate the base, but months of preparation would be wasted. The buildings and their contents must remain operational until the experiment is complete. Commander, I believe we may well be at the turning point of this war. With Stalin's Iron Curtain offline, and the success of the Chronosphere, victory is finally within our grasp. However, there is still much to be done. One of our spies has confirmed our worst fears. The Russians have developed a weapon greater than anything previously known, an atomic bomb. Stalin plans to unleash these bombs on several European cities. If he succeeds, all we have worked for, as a race, as allies, will be for naught. This is Major Vladimir Kosygin, one of Stalin's key atomic strategists. Intelligence indicates that he has vital information on Stalin's plans for this new weapon. Kosygin is appalled by Stalin's methods and is ready to defect. Apparently, Stalin plans to use his own troops as sacrificial lambs to draw our forces into a trap. Once we take the bait, he drops the bomb. You will find Kosygin here, in the Riha compound. Direct the spy past that compound's defenses and to the command center. Once you reach Kosygin, get your APCs in and Kosygin out. How many atomic bombs does Stalin possess?
At least 4 2-kiloton warheads are in production. But there is much even I do not know. Much we are not told.
Stalin's speech is coming on.
That woman, Stalin's paramour, correct?
I can think of better word to describe her. Yet, Bоже мой, on Pomazhny, he is mad. How can he do this?
Explain, Kosygin, what are you talking about?
Stalin! He announced he is telling everyone he's threatening to destroy the world. His missiles are ready, he's preparing to launch.
Is this possible?
A week ago, no, but now, who knows? This does not sound like a bluff. Even now, a great purge tears through the Kremlin. Your allied force becomes too powerful. In his fury, Stalin kills his own people. More death, more dishonor.
The Russians are manufacturing missiles at this site?
This factory's main site. We call it Temные Vasodniki, the Dark Horsemen. Commander, you must destroy it. Everything! Scorched earth!
Establish a base first, then move in on the command center. Get a spy inside, and neutralize launch capabilities. Once the missiles are neutralized, destroy the facility. Everything. Scorched earth. That was too close. However, I prefer close to the alternative. If that bomb had gone off, well, let us just say, those of us left would all be learning how to speak Russian about now. Luckily, that is not the case. You and your team have foiled Stalin at every turn. And this was the coup de grace. The information obtained by your soldiers indicates those missiles was the only one Stalin had ready to launch. Was the atomic threat lifted? The time is right to launch our strike on the USSR. Your job is to clear the St. Petersburg area so that our ships can offer naval support to ground forces moving towards Moscow. Start by destroying the Soviet command center here. Once they are cut off from communications with Moscow, clear the naval passage so our ships can move up the river. Accursed weather. Welcome to the USSR, Commander. All Allied divisions are at the ready for our final push on Moscow. But we have received some bad news. The Soviets have the Iron Curtain back online and plan to use it to foil our assault. If that was not enough, our spies hint that a more powerful version of this weapon is in the works. I need you to infiltrate the Red Tech centers so we can gather information on this new weapon. Dismissed. I assume everyone can handle the orders they have been given? Any questions? Good. Give them hell, boys. Dismissed! Commander, your efforts in this war have earned you a great honor. You, Stavros, and myself will personally lead the direct assault on Moscow. With all the other fronts covered, it is up to us to destroy Stalin's fortifications and remove the Soviet seat of power. You have also earned the right to be the first to test the newest addition to our arsenal, the chronosphere. With this to help you, even Stalin's new Iron Curtain will not be able to stop us.
Einstein wanted me to warn you that the chronosphere could produce unknown side effects. Be careful when using it. Even we do not understand its full power.
Yes, use it cautiously. Get going, and give Stalin hell. We will see you in Moscow!
Over here! I found someone! Jeez Louise! It's Stalin!
Figures that bastard would survive.
Well, orders are orders. Come on. Help me get him out of here.
Private, what do you think you're doing?
Sir, it's Stalin. He's still alive.
Private, I don't see anyone there.
Right here, sir.
I don't believe you heard me, Private. I don't see anyone here. Do you?
No, sir. I don't see anyone. Must have been the wind I heard.
That's what I thought. Now move out.